In Lakin, 55 degrees in Pontiac, 59 in the Twin Cities, and 60 out in Canton. As we go forward, looking for temperatures to warm back up into the upper 70s for tomorrow. A mix of sun and clouds, but we're also tracking some rain heading our way. I'll break down that forecast coming up. Your news starts right now.
For a long time, the public mood was simply tougher and tougher sentences.
Tonight, why some say releasing thousands of inmates is going to help prisons at the national and state level.
Plus, cutting expenses and boosting revenue. How the Peoria City Council is looking to do both as it plans next year's budget. But first, America's federal prisons will see its largest one-time release of inmates in just a few weeks.
The Bureau of Prisons says about 6,000 federal inmates will be released between October 30th and November 2nd. Prison officials expect there to be thousands more. All of the inmates are drug offenders now eligible for release thanks to recent changes in federal drug sentencing and a successful appeal.
WMBD's Marvis Herring spoke with the local prosecutor about how this will help with a major problem both on the state and national levels.
Marvis, what did you find out?
Maria, the Tazewell County State's Attorney tells me this announcement comes at a time when the nation's federal prison population has soared 800% since 1980s, putting them well over capacity. He's on board with the release of nonviolent offenders, but there's another step he believes is crucial.
For a long time, the public mood was simply tougher and tougher sentences.
But that technique is not working, says Stu Umholtz, prosecutor in Tazewell County. He told me issuing lengthy sentences to offenders of drug crimes began back in the 1980s and became harsher in the 90s.
And it just continued to snowball. And we have an inmate population that just shot through the roof since those times.
With limited government resources and an overflowing prison system, State's Attorney Umholtz is right on board with the release of these nonviolent offenders.
I think there'll be similar efforts in the state system to try to get that inmate population under control. Obviously, we have a state government that's financially in dire straits, and we need to figure out a way to make sure that we always have room in the prisons for violent offenders, because we need to focus on public safety.
Public safety a main focus, but he also wants to see treatment services for those slapped with drug crimes.
There's a big difference between being tough on crime and being tough on individuals. And that was a sentencing system that was tough on individuals, but really hasn't addressed what the problem was, and that's drug addiction.
Umholtz says little good is done by simply locking people up for years and then releasing them without help.
We also have a number of individuals that once they're released, even after 10 or 12 years, they're back in the system on drug offenses. So we're not doing a very good job of getting these individuals to address their addiction problems.
Umholtz told me that some mandatory drug sentences issued were as short as 15 years, but some were life sentences. Maria.
Marvis, thanks for that report. Livingston County Sheriff's deputies arresting 11 people in a drug sting. The Livingston County Proactive Unit held Operation Early Harvest, which targeted people selling drugs in the county. The 11 arrested include 6 people from Pontiac, 1 from Chicago, 1 from Bloomington. Sheriff Tony Childress says there are several other drug investigations happening. More charges are also possible.
Peoria City Council has one less member. Chuck Weaver tells WMBD he resigned from council this morning. He is filling the 37th District State Senate seat left vacant by now Congressman Darren LaHood. Weaver will be sworn in on Thursday at the Illinois Capitol. He was appointed to the seat on Sunday. The opening followed Congressman LaHood being elected to the state's 18th congressional district, which was left vacant when Aaron Schock resigned. Now, there's been no decision on who will fill Weaver's vacancy on Peoria's council. It's been nearly 2 weeks since Caterpillar announced it would lay off up to 10,000 employees over the next 3 years. Today, WMBD tried to find out when that restructuring would begin. Cat is selling its Milwaukee area facility, moving employees to its South Milwaukee facility. As for changes in Peoria, a Caterpillar spokesperson says up to half of the cuts will come throughout the rest of this year. Big Yellow won't be giving another update on restructuring until late this month when the quarterly earnings are released. The company offered a retirement program to its employees. For those who may decide on an early departure, the deadline is this month.
A new tool is helping people affected by the Cat layoffs get back on their feet. The Greater Peoria Economic Development Council will launch a new website later this month. It's full of new ways and ideas to get people back to work when Big Yellow starts their layoffs. EDC officials say they are focused on keeping as many people in Peoria as possible. They say that's the best way to bring in new business and keep the local economy running. They say they're always looking for new ways to provide support.
A lot of the folks may have not even looked at a resume or thought about, you know, kind of going and interviewing for a job in a long time, and so that can be a little bit daunting.
The new website is set to launch October 19th.
Changes are coming to power plants across the state, including 2 in central Illinois. It impacts the air you breathe. The Illinois Pollution Control Board has new guidelines aimed at cutting back on sulfur and carbon dioxide emissions from the Powhatan and Edwards plants. The board is trying to keep them in line with federal pollution standards. Spokespeople at both plants tell WMBD they've already taken measures to control emissions. They say they'll keep making necessary changes as required by law. The Pollution Control Board expects to cut 6,000 tons of sulfur dioxide by 2017 in Peoria and Tazewell counties.
Well, back in June, they were thinking the worst. Now, halfway through harvest, farmers are thinking they've got an average yield. We met up with farmer Ross Paulai today, who was harvesting a pretty hilly piece of land. He says it's some of the best corn he's ever picked because the excess water had a place to go. His low-lying fields, those are a different story, not doing so well. Overall, Illinois farmers are seeing an average year, with a majority of the corn and soybeans being in fair or good condition so far. Paulai says, along with the drainage, a dry August and September helped.
In a drought year, it's all kind of bad, or in a good year like last year, all the corn seemed good. Where this year, you're going to have really bad and really good.
Paulai spends about a month harvesting his 750 acres of farmland this time of year. He says he started 2 weeks ago and has about 2 to 3 weeks left.
New tonight, higher property taxes or fewer police and firefighters patrolling the streets. Both are possibilities brought up tonight as Peoria City leaders look at balancing next year's budget. The budget discussions are mainly to give city staff an idea of how council wants to balance the budget. City Manager Patrick Urich showed a number of areas where the council could choose to cut expenses, as well as a list of ways it could boost revenues. Urich says staff will take feedback received tonight and come back in 3 weeks with a presentation outlining a balanced budget with the council's recommendations.
We have about a $5.8 million budget deficit in total and about a $7.3 million deficit in the general fund. So that's really what we're focusing on, is the general fund, to see how we can make the adjustments to tighten up the general fund so that the council can know going forward that we have a sustainable long-term spending plan in place.
Urich says if state lawmakers choose to pass a property tax freeze during the budget impasse, it would have a major impact on the River City's ability to use property taxes as a way to generate extra revenue.
Well, getting a mortgage could soon get easier. We tell you the rule change, making the loan process a little simpler.
And flooding in southern states getting attention from volunteers in central Illinois. How help is being given to those in need in South Carolina.
Another nice day across central Illinois. We topped out into the mid to upper 70s here in Peoria with a high of 76 degrees. Tomorrow, looking a little warmer. Then we're talking a chance of rain. We'll have that forecast coming up.
You're watching WMBD News at 10 in high definition with Paul Cicchini, Maria Chandler, Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates with your local Weather Authority forecast, and Kurt Pegler with sports. This is WMBD News at 10. Central Illinois proud. This portion of WMBD News brought to you by the shops at Grand Prairie. Come find your style.
Come find your style at the shops at Grand Prairie.
To Millworks for our fall flooring sale.
Menards has the sale that lets you save big on over 65,000 items. So get ready, get set, and save with an 11% rebate on everything. Hurry in and save big, because now is the perfect time to save on all of your projects with an 11% rebate on everything, including sale prices. That's savings on top of savings. Get everything you need with an 11% rebate going on now.
This Columbus Day, discover the incredible savings at your Ashley Furniture home stores in Champaign, Peoria, and Bloomington. Save up to 20% off store-wide or get 5 years no interest. Discover amazing deals on living rooms and dining rooms. Explore the savings on beautiful bedrooms, or upgrade your mattress during our King for a Queen event, where you can take home a new king mattress for the price of a queen. Hurry, these savings won't last long. Exclusively at your Ashley home stores in Champaign, Peoria, and Bloomington.
Frontier Business Edge gives small business owners lots of good reasons to switch. Like up to 3-year price protection.
Because I don't like surprises in my budget.
99.9% uptime.
Because I need a network that's on whenever I am.
And 24/7 tech support.
Because when I'm working around the clock, I need support that is too.
Switch to Frontier Business Edge and get business high-speed internet and phone for just $49.98 a month. What will your reason be? Call 1-888-FRONTIER today.
The Living Well Women's Expo this Saturday in Bloomington.
The Storm Tracker Skycam Network, brought to you by Parker Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. Now, your local weather authority, WMBD's chief meteorologist, Chris Yates.
Welcome back. It was a pleasant day across central Illinois, especially once that fog burned off, but now a pretty pleasant night as we look out over Uptown Normal from our Cook's Auto Body Skycam. We're going to start seeing some fog redeveloping here in the next couple of hours in Bloomington Normal. Notice the temperature already at 59 degrees, your dew point at 56, and as these numbers get a little closer together, that is when the air becomes more saturated and you start seeing that fog developing. That'll be happening shortly after midnight. Pontiac, 55 degrees currently. We are now sitting at 59 degrees here in Peoria, Galesburg 57, 60 degrees up in Peru, Lakin though a little cooler at 54. Really not a whole lot going on though. We just have some mid and high level clouds that will re-enter central Illinois later tonight. Fog will once again push in from the northeast this evening, and on our future track you'll see that cloud cover increasing overnight along with that fog developing as you look out further west. So here comes the mid and high level clouds, fog then popping up out east. We'll show you our fog forecast going forward through tonight. You notice the low clouds and fog and visibilities really begin to reduce out east, and we think the greatest risk for at least locally dense fog is going to be along and east of I-55 going forward through tonight. We're not expecting to see the widespread fog that we dealt with earlier this morning, though we could see some patchy fog back to the west here between Peoria and Galesburg. I don't think it'll be all that dense, and whatever we get will likely burn off by 9 o'clock. Temperatures back into the 50s tonight, 55 degrees in Peoria, 52 in Lake, and we have dropped these just a few degrees as temperatures are quickly cooling off, but once they reach those dew points, the fog develops, and then for tomorrow, we'll get a break with a little bit of sun around lunchtime, but more clouds then re-enter the viewing area, or at least the portions of central Illinois, by tomorrow afternoon. As for your hourly forecast, 61 degrees at 8 o'clock, mid-70s expected by 1. We'll top out near 80 mid-afternoon before temperatures then fall back into the upper 70s with partly sunny skies for your drive home. High temperatures right back into the upper 70s tomorrow for at least us here in Peoria, 77 in Bloomington Normal, same for Pontiac, and 76 up in Peru. All right, here's a look at your Peoria, Tazewell, and Woodford counties forecast. Temperatures mainly in the mid to upper 70s tomorrow. A few of us, such as El Paso and Elvin, could be looking at temperatures topping out in the lower 80s. But we're always tracking that next little weather system. A cold front will then begin to approach from the west. With it, a chance for some widely scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms on Thursday. Tomorrow's going to be dry, but Thursday we get that brief shot of rain. Here's your Southside Bank 8-day forecast. Partly cloudy, dry tomorrow, chance of storms on Thursday. Great weather for the Living Well Women's Expo on Saturday, high temperatures into the 60s. But we see our temperatures returning to those mid to upper 70s by early next week. Maria?
Chris, thanks. Parts of South Carolina still submerged after record flooding. The storm is blamed for at least 15 deaths in the state from drowning and traffic accidents. An 11th dam has failed, and officials are watching the lowlands for potential flooding. Weijia Zhang has the latest from Columbia.
Residents are bringing damaged belongings to the curb after record flooding in Columbia, South Carolina.
What we'll have to do is gut the whole entire house, dry it out, and start from scratch.
Oh my God. Angela Cole's house is ruined. She and her family were rescued from their attic after posting an SOS on Facebook.
We're here and we're alive, and that's all that matters. My kids are safe.
Water has started receding in some of the hardest hit areas, revealing extensive damage and debris, but some people still can't get home, and more flooding is expected. Crews work to form a makeshift dam on the Congaree River. They plan to drop hundreds of sandbags to close a breach in the canal. But the big concern is the low country, where several rivers like the Edisto make their way to the sea.
We are going to be extremely careful. We are watching this minute by minute.
Tens of thousands don't have access to drinking water. Donations are pouring in, and 4 distribution sites have been set up in Columbia. More than 800 people are staying in shelters, and additional evacuations could be ordered if the water starts to rise again. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, Columbia, South Carolina.
People in central Illinois are making us proud by helping those affected by the floods in South Carolina. 9 Red Cross volunteers were sent to help with the disaster relief. Several are responsible for driving emergency response vehicles and serving meals to people displaced by the floods. Others are working to rent shelters and assess damage. The volunteers are expected to be in South Carolina for up to 3 weeks. To find out how you can help, visit our website, ciproud.com.
Still ahead, the minimum wage debate in a local city that has some business owners upset.
Hello. Hey, Sam. How's the new truck? I love it. Gonna go take it to the lake, but my pet sitter canceled, and I need you to watch Fluffy. Thanks. I'll be back.
You'll feel like family because you are treated like family. Stop by for a hassle-free experience and a good deal. For a very limited time, get up to $6,000 off select 2015 Buick LaCrosse.
Yeah, I know. I miss him too.
Veldy Cadillac Buick GMC in Pekin.
What's going on?
I went to the Taste of Italy event at Kroger. All those delicious Italian recipes and meal ideas got me inspired.
Buon appetito.
Now at the Taste of Italy event, savor world flavor. Tyson all-natural boneless chicken breasts or thighs are $1.88 a pound, and red, white, or black seedless scrapes are 99 cents a pound.
Looks like the Martins were inspired too.
Great food, low prices at Kroger.
Hello, I'm Dr. David Kindred from Rejuve MD. People come to Rejuve MD to feel better. By balancing hormones, we can help obtain that goal. At Rejuve MD, we formulate a plan that fits you. Through physician-monitored healthy weight loss programs and hormone optimization therapy, your energy is going to be able to improve. You're not going to work as hard to be able to just do normal daily activities. At Rejuve MD, we change lives for the better each and every day.
Hi, I'm Paul, your local Window World owner. People know us as home of the 189 window, but that's just the beginning.
We install insulated, energy-efficient siding too. You might say, so what? A lot of companies install siding, but Window World siding comes with something unique.
That's right, energy-efficient form-fitted foam.
It's easy to stand behind something that's brand new. Standing behind your work forever, that's the Window World difference.
Window World, simply the best siding for less.
Guaranteed.
This portion of WMBD News is brought to you by Illinois Cancer Care.
Today, I'm cancer-free, and I owe that to the Illinois Cancer Care. They saved my life. I will always be grateful for that.
Illinois Cancer Care offers personalized treatments and compassionate care. We are the leader in cancer care in Central Illinois and are nationally recognized for clinical research. We provide personal genetic testing and the most advanced treatments available. Illinois Cancer Care offers world-class cancer treatment at 12 clinic locations, comfortably close to home.
You're watching WMBD News at 10.
Decatur may raise its minimum wage. One council member wants to see people paid $10 an hour there. WMBD's Kelsey Gibbs spoke with one small business owner, though, who says that could put some out of business.
Well, Decatur deserves a raise.
In January, when Bill Faber was running for city council, he promised the people a raise in minimum wage.
About 23% of our population here in Decatur live in poverty. It's about a 14% average statewide.
Fast forward to today, now Councilman Faber says he's keeping that promise.
I'm a lawyer, and I look at evidence, and all the research, all the evidence shows that raising the minimum wage has a very negligible effect on businesses.
Faber is asking the city of Decatur to raise the $8.25 an hour minimum wage to $10. He says he knows the idea doesn't sit too well with some people, but he says now is the time.
And I believe that a minimum wage raise to $10 an hour will be the best economic stimulus for our local economy.
Small businesses here in the Soy City are saying not so fast. A minimum wage hike could cost them their employees, and even worse, their business.
Well, in my particular case, as a small business owner, it wouldn't help. It would devastate our business.
The Wildflower Artisan Bakery and Cafe employs a little more than a dozen people. Owner Kelly Winger says a hike in pay would hurt their bottom line.
but getting it out of a small business owner maybe is not the answer because we're squeezed in every direction.
Wingert says small businesses already have a lot to handle from the state. She says, unfortunately, a pay raise for employees could mean a raise in prices.
So if payroll goes up, my prices have to go up. If my prices go up, my business is going to decline. And when my business declines, I'm going to lay people off.
But for Faber, he says he believes he has enough support to see this through.
Faber says he placed the proposal in the council agenda this week. It should come up for consideration on Monday.
Well, just got a little easier to navigate the complicated home mortgage process. New rules are now in effect to reduce how much paperwork's involved. Instead of 4 forms from 2 different government agencies, lenders now have to give homebuyers just 2 forms that clearly detail the terms of their loan. The simpler forms are expected to make it easier for borrowers to compare loans from different lenders to find the best rate and terms.
Boys golf teams compete for regional titles today. Kurt Pegler has the highlights next in sports.
At Edible Arrangements, we want each celebration to be every bit as perfect as you do. To order your freshly crafted arrangement, visit your local store or go to edible.com today.
It's Carpet Weavers and Furniture Gallery's grand opening in the East Peoria Levee District. We're kicking it off with a huge grand opening sale, October 3rd through the 17th. And no matter which Carpet Weavers location is nearest you, you can take advantage of free installation on carpet, free financing for 36 months, and free delivery. Plus, special orders at stock prices, and everything is on sale. Help us celebrate our newest location in East Peoria from October 3rd through the 17th, and come home to Carpet Weavers.
What's going on?
I went to the Taste of Italy event at Kroger. All those delicious Italian recipes and meal ideas got me inspired.
Buon appetito.
Now at the Taste of Italy event, savor world flavor. Tyson all-natural boneless chicken breasts or thighs are $1.88 a pound, and red, white, or black seedless grapes are 99 cents a pound.
Looks like the Martins were inspired too.
Great food, low prices at Kroger.
Say no to high furniture prices and yes to the incredible values now at Lake Knoxville Furniture. Plush and comfortable chaise sofa could be $9.99, should be $7.99, but it's not. Now only $4.88 while they last. Man-size chaise recliners could be $5.99, should be $4.99, but they're not. Now only $2.96 while they last. Complete 5-piece Louis Philippe bedroom and your choice of 3 finishes could be $17.99, should be $12.99, but it's not. All 5 pieces only $8.99 while they last. These are just a few examples of the jaw-dropping saving right now at Lake Knoxville Furniture, Peoria.
Brought to you by Dan and Sean Cusack. Visit CusackLawIllinois.com.
Dan and Sean Cusack are your local dedicated team aggressively handling workers' compensation and personal injury. Straightforward and trusted. Call 637-5282.
Welcome to Subway. What can I make for you? You'll love our new rotisserie style chicken. 100% white meat, herb seasoned pulled chicken, fresh toasted with melty cheese and crisp veggies on freshly baked bread. Enjoy it while it's here. Subway. Eat fresh.
Now, your local sports with WMBD's Kurt Pegler.
Cubs have been waiting 7 years for a playoff game. Cubs fans have been waiting, well, a long time to get excited about a postseason appearance. That wait is over. Tomorrow the Cubs play at Pittsburgh in the National League wild card game, and they have the second and third best records in all of baseball. Yet they meet for a 1-game playoff. And Joe Maddon thinks that's crazy.
Over the course of 162, a long season, to really make it fair to everybody. I like the concept of best out of 3. Neither one of us can believe we're in a wild card game. It's the most fun and no fun at the same time.
Cubs will send their ace, Jake Arrieta, to the mound tomorrow night against the Pirates. Basketballs are bouncing at Redbird Arena. Practice has started for last season's Missouri Valley Tournament runner-up. The Redbirds have some veterans back, 3 returning starters. And these guys got a jump start in the season with their exhibition trip to Spain in August.
The biggest benefit is the team bonding that you get out of it, and guys having to share hotel rooms for 8 or 9 days and walking around a new country together, experiencing new things together.
I feel like as a team we gelled, got closer, and that's very important considering the fact we have 5 freshmen coming in. So I think that trip actually helped them learn the Illinois State culture. That was a big important key to our season this year.
Public's first chance to check out the Redbirds will be at the ISU Hoop Fest a week from Friday. Regional Championship Day for boys golf. We've got 7 area regional championship teams. First stop, Class 3A Regional at Ironwood. Normal Community's Rob Wietrick out of the bunker. He'd make that putt, shooting even par 72. He tied Pekin's Lance Hayes for second. His teammate Mike Shepard, birdie at 10. He's the medalist with a 71. The Ironmen win their 4th straight regional. Normal West is the runner-up. Class 2A Regional at Metamora. Great field here. The defending state champion Tommy Cool of Morton shoots a 70. That's 1 under par. Nice shot at the bunker here at 14. He finished second, tied with his older brother Pete. He's going to stick this nice approach only minutes later at the same green. Morton takes home the team title, but East Peoria's David Perkins is the regional medalist. Knocked down this 10-footer on the way to a 3 under 68. Dunlap, U-High, Central Catholic, Pontiac, and Peoria Christian all win regional titles today. Congratulations. Notre Dame goes right up the road for the first ever soccer game at Richwood Stadium tonight. Irish attacking Marty Dahlquist takes a crack at a loose ball in the box, but the Knights keeper Colin Ayoun is going to deflect it away. But off the corner kick, Connor Foley heads it to Dahlquist, who scores it, and the Irish are winners 5-0. Senior night at Peoria Christian. 4 seniors honored prior to their match with Roanoke Benson tonight. First half here, Austin Martin's going to get a good look for the Rockets, but senior keeper J.T. Henderson, acrobatic save for the Chargers. Then on the other end, John Wieben splits 3 defenders. This is highlight reel goal. He finds Noah Rodman for the goal. 3-2, Peoria Christian a winner. Middle-Illini volleyball. First place Morton at second place Limestone, and the Rockets win the first set. Megan Thompson back set. Brittany Robinson, the hammer here. Second set, Morton is out to an early lead. Emily Mouchon cleans up at the net for the point for the Lady Potters, but the Rockets' Jenna Brown with the ace. Limestone wins, so the Rockets, Morton, and Washington now all share the Middle-Illini lead. The first Peoria City cross-country meet today at Donovan Park. They hope to make this an annual event. The boys' race won by Peoria Christian freshman Jonah Coyle. 3.1 miles in 17 minutes and 34 seconds, and the girls' race was won by Mary Jean Gilbert. And of course, record 18:31. The Irish win the boys and the girls team titles. Congratulations. Briefly, Houston beats the Yankees 3-0 in the American League wildcard game tonight. And finally, the Cubs are getting a U of I student out of a midterm exam on Thursday. Ben Larson scored tickets to tomorrow night's game in Pittsburgh. One problem. He's got a midterm Thursday. So he sends an email to his professor, pleads his case, and got his midterm moved to Friday. Wow. Nice. News is back in a couple of minutes.
This portion of WMBD News is brought to you by
Where it's more than a car.
It's a Honda.
How's Jim? Better. He's coming home soon, and I'm going to assure that he doesn't fall again. Really? I listened to you and called Bathfitter. Bathfitter came into our home and turned our old tub into a beautiful new walk-in shower. They took care of everything. The shower seat, safety bars, and even the shower doors. Now we can safely stay in our home longer.
Call Bathfitter today for your free in-home estimate. Bathfitter, we're the perfect fit.
At Wyffels Hybrids, we understand the importance of research. It helps us produce higher quality seed that yields bigger than the other guys. We also understand something about advertising research. Research that says you always get better recall if you put babies and puppies in your television commercials. Well, we sure hope that worked. Wyffels Hybrids, quite possibly the best hybrids you can buy.
Anyone who's had our chicken knows it's plump and juicy. What they may not know is that it's also 100% natural.
All our chickens are certified, humanely raised, no antibiotics, on a high-quality diet of soy and grain.
Why are they called tenders?
They're called tenders because they come from the tenderloin of the breast, hand-trimmed just for colors. It's not a strip or a finger, it is the true tenderloin.
I'll put our chicken tenders up against anybody's.
That's like my Granny Franklin used to make. That's outstanding, Craig.
Welcome to Delicious.
The Honda for You sales event is happening now, and you could get a great deal on a 2015 Honda Civic. Our best Civic yet was named a KBB.com Best Buy and is the best-selling car in its class. The Civic is also loaded with standard features. So hurry into your Honda dealer today, and you could get a great deal on a 2015 Civic during the Honda for You sales event.
When our daughter turned 21, we wanted to give her a special gift to mark her entry into adult life. One that signified quality, strength, and beauty. We thought of Stickley. The pieces we gave her are just a start, and now a focal point in her new apartment, and a reminder of how she should greet every day.
Save on Stickley at Lippman's Furniture and Interiors during the Stickley Fall Sale.
You're watching WMDD News at 10.
Recapping our top story tonight, America's federal prisons will see their populations thin out a bit in the next few weeks. The Bureau of Prisons says about 6,000 federal inmates will be released between October 30th and November 2nd. All of the affected inmates are drug offenders. They're now eligible for release thanks to recent changes in the federal drug sentencing. The inmates went through an appeals process to win their release. It's the largest one-time release of federal prisoners. And a Bureau of Prisons spokesman says that number will grow in the future. You can hear why one local prosecutor thinks this will help prisons on both the state and national level. Go to our website, ciproud.com, for that full story.
We really got a nice stretch of weather heading our way, at least for the most part. There's going to be a little hiccup. That's coming in on Thursday with a chance of some rain. But tomorrow, nice, some morning fog giving way to some afternoon sun. But we will see partly sunny skies for your drive home. But a high of 80 degrees Thursday. Temperatures then really dive into the 60s for the weekend, or at least the start of the weekend, back into the mid to upper 70s by early next week. And we've kind of need to enjoy this mild weather while it's here, because sooner than later it's going to start getting cold.
It's not going to be here much longer. Tonight was great too. Hopefully everybody got to enjoy it a little bit. So thanks. Thanks for joining us tonight. WMBD News is available on air, online, and on the go.
You can head over to our website, ciproud.com, and get the latest news on our app for your phone or tablet. Stick around. Colbert's next.
Good night.